to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy, hello, you visuals. I'm back with another video. Y'all day going up, y'all vibing, y'all chilling, y'all enjoying y'all day, y'all productive day. We back at it. Before I start, y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. On the road to 10K subscribers, hit the subscribe button, turn post notifications on. Want to find me on any other platform? My link tree is in my bio. Follow my X at visually, follow my TikTok at LOE.visuals, and follow my Facebook at LOE visuals. So let's talk about it. So Floyd Schofield becomes the #1 contender for Gervonta Davis' WBA title at 135 pounds. That's a big news, big news coming off of his big win against Tevin Farmer, first round KO. Now he's been elevated to #1, so now basically he's in a situation where, he's getting a title shot soon. If he can't get Shakur Stevenson in a ring with him, he still can wait it out and, possibly get a Tank fight. But, I'll get into all of that later. Yeah, the win, helped him. But, it was a while ago where Floyd Schofield and the Schofields were calling out Tank heavy. They really wanted the Tank fight, and, they really thought they could beat Tank. And they were confident about it. But, their tune started to change when Floyd got dropped by Rene Garon or Jerome, however you pronounce that guy's name. When Floyd got dropped by that guy, their tune changed. They didn't say, Tank's name anymore. They kind of start, migrating or, navigating towards the Shakur Stevenson route, which is smart. We don't want to fight a guy that's a puncher, coming off of just getting dropped. So, that was smart. I don't know if people caught that switch up, but I caught it, I'm not, I didn't disregard it. I seen him change his tune. He went from Tank, we want to fight Tank to we want to fight Shakur. And Shakur Stevenson just actually called his bluff and said, yeah, let's do it. And that's the reason why Shakur and Floyd were about to fight. It wasn't that Floyd deserved that title. Floyd just was talking heavy, and he wanted to fight Tank, but he started going towards Shakur, and Shakur actually called his bluff on him, which is the reason that fight got made. But now we're at a situation where Floyd is the #1 contender at the the WBA for the WBA. I don't think Shakur is gonna fight him after the call out. Respectfully, I don't think so. Only because of the pull-out situation. I don't know if Shakur is going to be comfortable getting back in there or, going through another camp for Floyd Schofield, with the fear of him putting out. So, who knows? But, Tank and Lamont Roach are supposed to be fighting for that WBA title August 16th. So, they're at least, it's at least, few months before we know what's going to happen. And in all honesty, we kind of know what's going to happen. Tank's not going to fight Floyd Schofield. He's not even going to entertain it, like he's been doing. He's going to kind of avoid the situation, act like Floyd isn't even there. And, eventually, if anything, Gervonta Davis would drop the title. He would just drop the title, even though I don't think that's the correct thing to do. But before he fight Floyd, you can call it what you call it, but he doesn't. I just don't see the money being there for Tank to get interested in fighting Floyd Schofield. The money, I don't think the money's going to be interesting enough. I don't think, Floyd is already a guy that doesn't really have a big name in boxing. He's not one of those guys that's, hitting, major numbers, pulling major people in the seats. He's a contender at this point, and I've been saying, he's kind of green, but, the win with Tevin Farmer, that was I won't say it's a good win, but that was a decent win. I would have loved for him to get some rounds. That would have been smarter to get some rounds first, But, he came out there, stopped Tevin Farmer, boom. But now the WBA has ranked him #1. And I don't know why. I think they should know that Tank's not going to fight Floyd Schofield. And they know they're not going to press the issue and make him fight him. So, the WBA is kind of looking shaky right now. They just ranked Jake Paul like 13th or 14th in their rankings in cruiserweight. Like, make it make sense. The man just be the half dead Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Like, make it make sense. But you know, that's boxing for you. I wouldn't be mad, you know, but I just don't think the winner of Tank Lamont is gonna be focused on Floyd Schofield. Floyd is kind of in a tough situation, and I don't think he gets Shakur Stevenson back in the ring again. You know, the first time he got him in the ring, that was by, you know, Shakur just pressing the issue because he got tired of Floyd talking. But I don't think the talking is gonna get to Shakur Stevenson this time, because he already went through a camp. He already showed you that he was willing to fight you. You know, so there's that. But you know, Lamont Roach, we don't know if he's going to be interested in fighting Floyd, because he's already said he's interested in Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. winner, which is crazy. I don't think that's smart at all. You know, I don't think that's a good idea for Lamont Roach, you know, to be going up from 35 to 47. I don't think that's smart at all, you know, but that's his business. But yeah, so Floyd is possibly going to wait a while before he gets a title shot, because I don't think he's going to be able to get these champions, you know, hyped up and in the ring. I mean, I think he had a perfect opportunity, but, you know, I guess he got sick or whatever, like he said, and they couldn't make their fight. But this is something to build off of the Schofields. You know, they've been calling Tank out for a while, so now it's prime opportunity for you. You know, do you kind of try to pull this card, see if you can get him in the ring? Because, you know, I don't think Shakur is going to entertain it again. I just don't think so. I don't think Shakur entertains the Schofields again. You know, that's just my personal opinion, or as how I feel as a boxing fan. I don't think he goes out his way to make the fight with Floyd Schofield again. That's just what I think. Now, does Floyd have the same energy for Tank? You know, does Papa Skull have the same energy for Tank? We don't know. It's going to be hard to get him in the ring. They're going to have to do something amazing as far as calling him out, trying to pull his car. They're going to have to do something that's, you know, a shocker. Very shocking for us to get Tank in the ring with. You know, if anything, Tank will just, you know, avoid it, drop the title, and keep fighting. You know, Tank's been flirting with retirement. It's a lot of that going on. So I don't know if he's just going to be into fighting contenders right now. You know, especially a guy that's, I wouldn't say Floyd Schofield is unknown, but as far as in the casual eye, he's an unknown guy. So it's kind of iffy, you know. But if Floyd really wants a chance to get him in the ring, he's gonna have to call him out. You know, he's gonna have to attack him on social media. You know, it's gonna have to be a tad bit disrespectful, and I don't think these boxing guys really like to do that. You know, they don't want to disrespect anyone. They try to keep it okay, you know, and keep it low confrontation. They don't really want to disrespect anyone, or, you know, but sometimes you have to do that. You know, if you want to get a guy in the ring, you might have to do that. But yeah, this is gonna be good for Sco. You know, if he can get Tank or Lamont Roach in the ring, that'll be great. But it's gonna be hard. You know, but that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. On the road to 10K subscribers, hit the subscribe button. Turn on post notifications. I want to find me on any other platform. My link tree is in my bio. Follow my X at Visually. Follow my TikTok at Visuals. Follow my Facebook at LA Visuals. Make sure y'all like this video. The likes keep me on the algorithm. I love you guys so much, so much, so much. I'm out.